Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're going to be going into our third and final map of the series. It is going to be between Lucid Dream and MVP, and we are already right into our pistol round. It's already going to be the first kill going the way of MVP as they do kick things off on Mirage. Already Zion looking to get the second. CT side looking a little bit out of this one. Actually, they're going to go straight for the defusal. And WannaFly is just going to be sticking it. I think he may actually have this one. No one's going to be able to stop him. And, well, everything was going so well in the early round for the T side. But the fact is, the round still goes the way of their opponent. The defuse coming in from WannaFly. And, well, that's pretty unfortunate as it gets. A little bit of Kevlar save. We may see a few pistols invested here from the T side. Or the temptation to juggle some AKs around. That's actually what they're going to be doing. Weapons are going to be brought up. They're looking to try and break straight away in towards their opponents. See if they can actually manage to do it. You actually have 3 rifles into this one. Already going to be taking a decent amount of damage though. Ready. T side, they've got themselves the man advantage here, so we'll be finding another one, making it a double. Looking for the CT to see if they can actually bring this one back. Actually, Niffy finds another. This is looking more and more possible. WannaFly pushing into the side with the MP9. Catches one more, and it's left all onto Glow, who only has himself the Deagle. Not the ideal weapon here. Now, there isn't a kit. He's going to get dunked down even further, and the peek coming in from WannaFly. So he looks to try and just, well, find his opponent as the defusal comes in. It is going to be a second round on the board already for the CT side. Realistically now, T's done damage again. The problem is there's going to be more temptations to purchase into this round. They even have more cash than before. Okay, they can come in with a bolstered buy in the next one instead, but temptation had to be there. It's not going to be happening. They'll just take the hit this time. Already looking pretty good for the CT side in this round. A few upgraded pistols, but not anything too impressive. Well, just going to be Zion and Mini left alone here. Coming in, Zendy captures one. Doesn't expect the second to be there as well, but it won't matter. Gets the kill anyway. It will be 3-0 in favor of Lucid Dream. But now we get the big purchase. AKs across the board. Wondering if Mini can actually afford to purchase up the AWP. The answer is no. Te's already going to be looking for, again, a bounce back. And the fact is, they should have really started things off with a pistol round if it wasn't for the sneak defusal in the smoke. They would have got themselves that pistol. CT side, obviously with a fairly bolstered buy, considering it's only been a couple of rounds in a row. Managing to get those extra rifles that they saved and having a couple of freebies along the way. I mean that their buy into this one's pretty damn good, and they actually have a little bit of backup cash as well. Either way, the T's looking for their execution on towards this site. Molotov's going to be thrown into the corner. Will force out Just Cause and actually gets the opener for Zeph. A lot more left to do as they will be splitting in through middle. Got to watch out for the man in connector, which will be one of 5. Already spots up one. Sees the men going on towards short and sprays them down. BP obviously one of the teams who actually have made it to StarSeries before through the qualifiers. If they lose this map, they are eliminated already. The 3v3. I'm going to look to be planted, and Nippy is here to try and deny it. In fact, he finds 2 and leaves it all onto Mini. 1 versus 3. Make it 2. Make it just 1. As he's brought it on to Wannafly, who has been a bit of a beast so far. A lot left for him to do. He is just going to go peeking in, and through the wall even takes him down. Nice work from Wannafly. It is going to be another round on the board. Another bomb plant and another defusal. Lucid Dream end up with a 4th round. Great return from him. Mini almost managing to drag it through, but, well, almost doesn't win anything. T side, they are going to invest into this one. Again, they've managed to keep the economy of the CTs honest. The fact is, though, they're unable to win any rounds, and Wannafly is still flying high as he gets himself a double early on. So we'll be there to trade, and actually the second man very low, but Wannafly still surviving in the connector. Leaves Zion alone. Versus 4. He played a very good game of Train, but wasn't in anywhere near the same form when we went onto the second map. Well, they're going to need him if they're going to be able to take this one over the line. They're already looking at what is probably a 5-0 deficit. I'd be surprised if not. Realistically now, may just be opting to try and hold on to his weapon. The thing is, they've got the max loss bonus coming in the next round anyway. Okay, he'll be slightly better off with the 3,700 from the AK and the armor, and then of course the extra 200 from the flash. So he's making a profit of $500 here by saving, but, well, counter-terrorists win. Not really anything to shake a stick at. I imagine the T's are actually just going to take a bit of a hit here. Now, of course, it does mean that going into the next round, he can still buy an AK without head armor or just go for an SMG. If he gets a single kill, he pays for that extra Kevlar, and the rest of the team can just go for some pistols. So it's not the end of the world, still a chance to do damage, which has been something that, well, up until the last round, they were pretty good at doing. Either way, though, Lucid Dream looking like they're here for the turnaround. 5-0 up. Strong start on the 3rd and final map of this series. Glow. That's a nice little shot. We'll take down Leaf. The early aggression of CT player not working out. Actually, Glow's going to retrieve himself an AWP and just look to fall back. So, not a bad start for him at least. The rotation will come in from the CT side to bring a second man onto the site. Actually, look how far So's got. He's got all the way around the back. They didn't have anybody watching in towards that mid connector anymore. And he's going to have a free kill for sure. Is he going to go for a knife? Nope, he's just going to try and play the time, and he finds the kill anyway. He even goes for a little bit more, and while I was just singing the praises of Lucid Dream, and now they're about to lose a round to very little indeed. An impressive kill from Glow was enough to open things up, and then just a sneaky bit from So leaves it all onto Niffy. And I can't see him winning this one. Now, saving the rifle could actually help them out a little bit. They'll be able to buy into the next one anyway. It's actually going to take down a couple of quick kills, so at least making things a little bit more costly. However, Zine is going to fall out of the palace and, well, not be his knight in shining armor, more of a Prince of Death, as it will be 5-1 MVP onto the board. And actually, with the amount that they sort of save plus the extra bonus they get, this has been a nice bolster to their economy. Early mid-aggression from the CT side isn't going to find anything, and in fact, the only thing that will be found is the death of one of their players as Mini catches them rotating back in towards that connector spot. CT side somewhat need to take the initiative now. Leaf was the one to go down. His AWP has been retrieved by Wannafly, who has had a pretty good start to this game alongside Niffy, whereas, well, Leaf is currently 005. He's in the meantime still looking to play through this connector. Niffy is going to get a freebie kill. More importantly, that's the bomb down. They've got to try and retrieve that. And they're pushing into this AWP with Wannafly just rattling off shots and finding kills every time. MVP, of course, still on for somewhat of a reset. The save weaponry that they had will help them if they do lose this round. But the fact is, not a round they particularly want to lose. It was the chance for them to build into this, not just fall apart. Glow, well positioned, but the timing just absolutely ruins him. And Mini is now left alone. He came close to a clutch early on. This one's a little bit more difficult as he's got to go and retrieve the bomb rather than have it planted for him. Although he does actually see a wide peek come out from Niffy. Lucky, though, for Just Cause, he will be there to peek out just in time. 6-1. Eastside economy is once again on the brink. I think they're probably going to force the issue here. I'd be quite surprised if they didn't. Well, straight away, Mini is going to purchase up that AWP. So, still, the game is on. The hunt is in. We will now have a couple of UMPs in for the CT side. They're not out of the woods just yet. It is a bit of a dicey buy, and the economy of both teams on the brink. Zine is looking for the early peek, and he will find it as well. Has to be careful because there is a man in the corner, but Zine gets both kills. He has awoken. The man is playing again after a bit of a hiatus in the previous map, and now all that's left is the MP9ers. Definitely not the weapon they were hoping for. Interesting, he's got a woman with an AK. Maybe that's just what he prays for when holding onto this MP9. Decent position from Lee. Still yet to get onto the board. He will do just now. Unfortunately, it's not really a kill holding much weight, and Glow is going to put the man down before any real heroics can begin. Niffy now the only one left, and while the CT side about to be reset in turn.
Terrorists win.
Either way. Now I'm going to have just an MP9 and not much more. Well, actually, no, never mind. As I say that, the remaining CTs actually invest what is a bolster of their cash. Makes sense. Their money has been reset. They're not going to get much into the next round anyway. Might as well try and do some damage here, or to maybe even steal a round. B side in the meantime are going to be pushing in towards this A site. Minute left on the clock, so plenty left to burn. Gonna have the smokes, flashes thrown in. There's gonna be one man up close. Want to fly with that eagle, and well, he's just gonna hit the deck straight away. You have to wonder if the CTs will just hold on to what they've got here. A retake over towards the site, very unlikely. Zendy obviously not really with much to lose here, so may just look to try and hunt one down, steal a weapon. Best case scenario for him. But the rest of the team have just gone straight into saving in the apartment. So MVP are gonna have themselves a third round, and more importantly, a clean third round. As there won't be really much that can be done. This, or probably the next. Here we go, though. Again, it's just going to be that minute investment we saw in the previous from the CT side. It'll be an MP9 alongside those CZs. I believe one was just dropped, and well, already Mini is going to kick things off with the opening kill. These are the sort of rounds that you expect MVP to win. But at the same time, rounds that they can take particularly light, need to still fully focused in these situations. A little bit of aggression going to be coming out from Just Cause. The moment he goes around this corner, well, there's going to be multiple players. I wonder if he spotted anything. He's going to hear all the names being thrown out. Goes for the peek, does some damage, but doesn't quite manage the kill, and should be overwhelmed here. And once again, the CT side had gambled over towards the other side of the map. This time, though, expect a little bit more of a face from them. They're going to buy into the next round anyway. They'll have 2,400 added into their accounts. Now, they do have a little bit of extra utility and maybe stuff they want to keep into the next round, but want to fly. Now it's worth saving. He doesn't realize he's got an MP9. There we go. I had no idea he had it. He's like, how is the M4 still on the floor? I walked over it. But that is definitely something worth saving. Got a kit and a CZ as well, so not bad at all. Interesting position from Zendy. Maybe able to steal away another. Oh, you can see the pressure building, but he's not going to miss from there. Yeah, a couple of weapons saved here from the CT side. Really wouldn't be bad at all. Still in the lead. Are going to keep themselves a couple of rifles. CZ and Kevlar, so Leaf can just buy straight in. Doesn't have to worry about any extra armor, which would be extra expense. So, yeah, not a bad round from them at all. Of course, from the T side perspective, they've got plenty of cash, so they're not going to be too worried about any mistakes made in that round, and still going to be firmly in a strong position going into this one. Either way, 6-4, 3-round streak now for MVP, and well, 4 of the last 5 won. Orp is going to be in, but onto Zendy this time. Leaf really hasn't had the impact they were desiring, as he will be currently sat at 1 and 6, and that one kill was a sort of worthless kill. It was an MP9 kill at the end of a round, so not really something to write home about. But 1 is still better than 0. Always remember. In case you forgot. Either way. Fish going to be coming in on towards the site. Connected taken. Already Zeph is going to execute one. Not much damage done either, so it isn't going to come down a lot to what Zendy can do. And so far, he's achieved absolutely nothing, hoping to find something through the smoke. And as teammates pushing back in as well, although Niffy is going to whiff his spray, and it's already looking bleak once again. Just Cause at least will manage to find a kill, but it is trade after trade as the CT struggle with only 2 remaining. They need a quick opener. Instead, they find a quick death. This just causes all that remains, and, well, flashed out into the corner. He is trapped. Design, well, so as well, would be there to put him down. 4 in a row now for MVP, as it seems they have sprung into life. All is going to be called by Lucid Dream. Probably of a tactical nature. Don't really have enough to buy into this round, although a couple of players could invest a little bit. They'll have the maximum loss bonus coming in the next round. So realistically, you could even buy a rifle if they really wanted to. Maybe just with Kevlar, although it's quite a pricey investment. Or just like a UMP or something. I wouldn't say this is a round worth a full investment. It's not like they've left the economy of their opponents incredibly low or put them in a position where they're struggling. So no real point risking your own finances. Either that or maybe just a few CZs, Deagles, and a bit of utility. I like to see some utility at least. Niffy's going to go for a smoke and a kit. Well, they've gambled on B. That's the thing. I think every time they've taken a risky gamble, they've gone for the B side. And it's weird because MVP, okay, in the early rounds when they were losing, they were taking a lot of B presence. They were going over towards that side of the map, but they kept losing the rounds. So recently they've just been taking mid control, taking the fights, and going towards A. So the fact that the stack almost every time has been on B from Lucid Dream is a little bit interesting from my perspective at least. Either way, another flawless round from MVP as they do now equalize the scoreline. A little bit of extra stuff going to be kept in, and I think Leaf is just that's going to be killer. That is going to be an absolute killer, because that was probably meant to be an AWP. Instead, he's bought up a scout. He had enough. He had enough money to buy an AWP, and he's bought a scout instead. That is a big mistake. We'll see if he can actually do anything with it. I imagine if he wasn't tilted enough, he definitely is now. Currently 1 and 7. I'm just going to be waiting. A little bit of aggression coming out from the CT side in towards this ramp spot. Flash is going to be coming in. Needs some support and has it as well. Niffy going to save his teammate's life. Looked like he was going to be a little bit late there, but CTs have managed to find themselves the man advantage, although it doesn't last for long as the timing gets the better of Just Cause and looking a little bit bleak as Zeph manages to peek it from behind and find a second. They've gone much heavier on their A site defense this time, and even still it seems like the T side are coming out on top. Although it is still going to be a 2. Well, now versus 2 as Leaf does manage to get himself a kill. Looking to do work with that scout, and well, he's tagging them at least. Would have been a little bit better if he had his AWP, but who knows. And actually, going to rotate around to the connector, and the Molotov's just too little too late. It's left all onto Mini. Will manage to find himself the first and switch in, or tried to switch in over to a rifle, but there isn't actually a rifle to be had. Finally, we'll retrieve that M4, but it's still the scout, and well, he just executes Leaf. It's close, but no cigar for Lucid Dream as they can't quite win out that round. Now, with all the extra money that they had saved over the last few, I expect to see a buy come in here. And this time, Leaf's even going to purchase up the right sniper rifle, which is helpful. Obviously, the T side, even though there's only one man surviving, they have plenty to buy into this round with. Oh, almost Niffy down. Connector aggression. WannaFly was doing very well here in the early rounds. Although his teammates may have been smoked off a bit, he's still got a lot of presence here. Mini still going to be finding that opening kill. Have to be careful because the peek back in the corner flyer will net him a kill. And actually, Nifty's managed to find another one. The CT side doing much better in this round. They've turned it into a 4v2. However, they haven't spotted Zeph, who's managed to sneak his way all the way around. Leaf jumps down. This time will connect the shot and almost going to the open with Mini just running around a bit like a headless chicken once again. Finds himself a kill, but it will be 7-7. Round back on the board for Lucid Dream as they do even up the scoreline once again after a 6-round streak from MVP. Now we get at least a buy on the board for the final round. 7-7. Low. It's going to be starting his way over towards that B side of the map. Again, they're going to go for heavy middle control, and Just Cause is going to be ready and waiting. He's been pretty poor so far in this game. Seen a little bit of a resurgence from Leaf, and I think they're hoping for the same from him here. And if you're going to be in a good spot if they do actually push in through the connector, because they may actually forget to check this, and the smoke will be going down. He has to go big. Already his teammate is gone. Hiding in the corner, not going to be checked properly. This is exactly what I was talking about, but he's still only going to get 2. That may not be enough. Zendi will at least help out a bit as he finds a frag and is caught out by the incendiary and leave it all onto Leaf. And he's going to get executed as well. A very good resurgence after the 5-0 deficit, and a lot of it was off this man Mini. Strong performance, Nifty up the top as well, but it is as close as it can get. An 8-7 half. We now head into, well, a second half that really could go either way. Here we go, though. Into our pistol round. 2 kits actually purchased by the CT side. Not something you really see at all in pistol rounds. Interested by that. Of course, one of them is going to be on Mini, who's alone on the other side of the map, and it's a bit of a fake being thrown in by the T side. Just one man pushing in, Just Cause trying to do everything, and he does actually find himself 2 kills. At the back of the site on the other side of the map, Mini now has a hell of a lot of work to do. Has the flashbangs, trying to connect the shot, but can't quite find them. And well, it is left all onto Zine. Manages to find one in towards the CT spawn. Now there's a kit there. If he can somehow be the hero. Well, it's not going to happen. That fake actually went surprisingly well. Just Cause pushing into a site with 3 players on it and still managing to get 2 of the kills is impressive. Either way, scoreline equalized. Lucid Dream get that all-important start. And we'll see the pistols purchased up by the CT side. They always seem to do it fairly late, which is interesting because a lot of the stuff, like, if somebody goes running out a ramp right now, they would have been dead just because they were taking so long to buy. Maybe it was just a decision on whether or not they should save some money or where they're actually going to be going, which at least shows that they're probably intently listening to their in-game leader, but multitask, that's what I'm saying, multitask. A little bit of aggression coming out from so on to short. They're all going to be pushing in and he's already dead. Remaining players probably just going to save from MVP. Bomb hasn't actually pushed out just yet, but the second they realise this will be a very simplistic round coming out. Teaser still taking this very slow. Clearly worried. There's going to be someone on this site. Second time actually they've sent Just Cause in on his own. way, as said. It is just going to be MVP opting to save what they've got. Give themselves an opportunity to do damage in the next round as well. Ultimately, it is now going to be the lead taken by Lucid Dream. They will lead the way 9-8. And is it going to happen again? The T side all running in on towards the other side. They are so unlucky. Every gamble I think we've seen so far has been wrong. Every single one. No matter which team is doing it, it just seems to be wrong every single time. And well, this time they gamble over towards the B side. Then the T's just run straight in on towards A. We've got some psychic players in, or just some sixth senses. It is going to be a definite 10-8. I don't think anything more will be achieved here. The CTs, again, they may just want to hold on to that extra Kevlar. That's extra utility they can buy into the next round. It's not the way that they want to be playing this round. It's not the way anybody wants to be playing Counter-Strike. They want those hero plays. They want the chance for the victories, but the fact is, this is what a gamble comes down to. If you go one way and the other team goes the other, well, you just got to opt to save. And well, speaking of gambling, of course, tournaments like this are only brought to you thanks to the sponsor, so don't forget that you can have all the live bets from GG Bet. Either way. We are going to be in with a buy. MVP able to, as said, bring in some extra utility here. A kit onto Zion and incendiaries, even an AWP onto Mini with Kevlar, so not necessarily bad position to be in for them. A bit of aggression coming in over towards that Palace spot from Leaf. Has had a fairly quiet game so far. Niffy on the other hand, is 19-9. We'll actually just fall into the corner. Actually hits Zion and he's going to be executed. Leaf just runs in, finds an opener, and the rest of the team are going to continue this execution on towards the site. So looking to try and be the heroes. He'll push straight through, but he's caught out within seconds. Flash going to be thrown in, leaving very little for the CTs to do here. Again, they may just be forced to go for a save, and well, seems like the CT side may actually be playing more of a hostage match, as it looks like they're actually just trying to save people here, keep their weapons. Well, Zeph not in a bad position to do so, however, his timing not quite going to work out. Mini will at least be able to add in an extra frag to his tally. 17-8 at the moment. He's been performing well on the T side, but well, we're yet to see any impact from anybody over on the CT side of MVP. Lucid Dream now sat 11-8. Money booming on their side already after a 4-round streak, and clean ones at that because of the amount of saves we actually saw coming in from their opponents. Just going to be a few pistols invested from MVP. Of course, the loss bonus will be maximum in the next round, so they can purchase up all the utility they desire, they can get the kits, they can have AWPs galore, whatever they want. Fact is, though, this round they're going to need some sort of hero. Glow or Mini are the ones that we're looking towards here. And Glow is looking to make that aggressive play, pushing forward. Wannafly is going to be waiting, an anti-flash held by Zemby. The fact is, it won't matter anyway. Wannafly is going to get that opening pick. Tagged fairly low. Has to be a little bit careful, and Zeph is going to be there with a P250. Or the P250. Fly going to manage a second one. They've got to watch out for the man close up with the CZ, who is actually going to find a first and a second as well. Damage being done at least, and somehow So has done so much damage. Manages a third kill and gives Mini a chance with that AWP. He's already going to be coming in through that short position. That's where they're planting the bomb for. Don't think that shot could have done any damage in any way, shape, or form, but they just want to look to hold on to what they've got. You'd have to think that this is one they've got to go for, right? Missing the jump. Already going to be fairly tilting, and I think Zion's just sort of wondering where his teammate is, but luckily he's actually going to catch Niffy with his pants down and leave it all onto Zenny. Does have a kit on Mini, so there is still a chance here. They're going to go pushing in towards the site, try and bait out his position. Spots both players, but misses the shots. Already the defusal begins, and I wonder if Mini's actually got this. I think he has as well. MVP, a round from absolutely nothing. But the fact is, I said it at the beginning of the round, it had to be one of the players with the rifles. I was absolutely wrong. So was the man to make the play. A CZ and a retrieved AK-47 gave him 3 kills. And MVP have just broken back at a crucial time. Still, though, the T's not going to be in any trouble when it comes to finances. Could have seen a double AWP setup for the CT side, but they've opted against it. Just sticking with that solitary AWP onto Mini. That's been pretty damn good so far. No, wait. T's not wanting to throw this one away. Already 40 seconds left on the clock as the T's look to take connector control. A short push seems likely as well, but looking a little bit disjointed at the moment. Got to clear So from this position, although makes a little bit of a mistake with the spray. Does find the first though, and looking to try and pincer in with his teammate. He'll take the burning from the flames to at least help his team out. This man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The peak he took there was one that most players don't have the confidence to take. He knows that the crossfire is so much more deadly if they think he's flamed out. So he loses his life in order to win them the round. 11-10. A chance to now send the T's economy back a little bit, although they still get 2,400 loss bonus. I'm interested by the fact that Lucid, sorry, the Zendy, no, Just Cause even only has an SMG, but clearly he's feeling confident with it at the moment as he goes pushing it towards the site. Manages to find the opener. Trades coming back from the CTs though, leave it into a 3 versus 3. Another one coming in from Zion will turn it back into their favor. But not for long. What a fly, just going ham. Gets himself a couple, but So is there once again to add another double to his collection. He's really rising up the board at the moment, and we sit 11-11. You have to wonder, though, if the T's are actually going to opt to buy off the back of this. Just Cause was fairly happy to play with an SMG in the previous round. We'll go for an AK this time. Warp is going to be juggled into the hands of Leaf, although hasn't had the same impact that we were expecting from him. The AWPer on the other side still sits top of the board, but actually we haven't seen much from Mini in the last few rounds. It's been his teammates to really step up to the plate. Low. Looking for a little bit of aggression. The CT side economy hasn't built up either, so this is still a crucial round for either side. Leaf looking for that self-flash. Def gonna go for the jump. Now, you don't want to do that again. And he's just gonna smoke off his opponent before anything more will be done. These, however, are just going to sit towards their spawn. The bomb looking to rotate back over towards the A site. A couple of players on B, so this may not be the worst call in the world. And they've still got Wanna-Fly sat in middle. Smoke, I think, was meant to go on to short, so a little bit of a mistake there. And actually, the CT side have completely gambled in the wrong way. It's going to be left on to Zine to do the majority of the damage here. With 30 seconds left, he's going to hear all the footsteps coming. Rotation has come back in from So. Zine peeks out, finds a double. Gives an opportunity here, but So will take a fight and lose it as well. Nade goes out, doesn't really do much in terms of damage. Will force them off the site, and Mini, there we go. He does go back onto the board once again. Left into a 2 versus 3. Wanna-Fly and Niffy, pretty much the players that you want in this scenario. There is still a kit. Zeph actually doesn't have any Kevlar here. I don't know what's happened there, but he still manages to find a kill. And now Wanna-Fly has everything left to do. The problem is there's already a man on the bomb, and Glow will come in on the flank. It is going to be 12 to 11. The bomb plant actually going to give enough money that... Well, this is sort of the thing with CS sometimes, is if you earn enough money early on, that if you do start losing rounds, even if they're strung together, you can actually just use the loss bonus to continue to buy again and again and again and again. And that's what's happened here for the T side. They can still afford a buy. It will be fairly bare bones. Utility will take the hit. I wonder if that's what they're currently talking about. They are going to go for the purchase. MVP now with a streak of 4. They can do that again, then they have themselves the map and the place into the next round of the qualifier. It's a lot easier said than done. Even with the round streak of 4 in a row, their economy is not built up, and well, So is almost the first to be lost. It's him and Zine looking to take the early fights. Still though, Zine fairly happy to reaggress here. Maybe thinking that his teammate falling back will actually be enough, and it has distracted them slightly as the flashbang comes in, and Niffy's going to be the first to fall. Utility at a bare minimum at this point for the T side, and Zine is not done yet with his aggression. Still looking to try and take the face in towards the palace. In the meantime, you see the rotation coming back from the T's in towards this B spot. Just Cause looking to try and lead the way here. He has been pretty good at finding openers on this side, and almost does it again. But almost it doesn't really achieve anything. He needs to find a kill, and instead it's Glow to take him down. Leaf, in the meantime, is going to go pushing in towards this site. He's trying to sell a fake here, and, well, the fake has been sold perfectly as they get the opener onto So on the site and turn it back into a 3v3. Rotation is going to be coming in. Oh, this is all going to come down to timing. Zine looks like he's going dead to rights, and will find the kill, leaving it with a man disadvantage now for Lucid Dream. Zendy and Wanna-Fly to try and hold on to this round. Not much in terms of utility, as Wanna-Fly already manages to pick up one more. Mini is going to be switching up over towards that AK-47 and finds a pick back. Now Zendy is all that remains. The fact is, though, do they have any idea where he is? I think he heard him over towards the ramp. Zendy is going to be going for that peak now. Bomb just going to be defused. He knows if he stops it, he has enough to win the round, and that's exactly what he does. Denies the defusal. Zine can run away all he likes. He finds the frag, but it means absolutely nothing in the end, as Lucid Dream will take themselves the round. The fact is, though, well, this is crunch time right here. Do the CTs purchase? Money not going to be the best going into the next one. Again, it seems like a really late decision from them. And if there is a faster play, they really are going to be left with their pants down. By the looks of things, we may have one. It is. It's going to be the T's just running straight in towards the B site. There's only going to be one man here. It's Glow. He's lining up a smoke. They're already into the site, buddy. The MP9 is all he will have, looking to try and play passive, but he's dead within the first few seconds. Zeph from short, along with the support of Zyne, has actually worked out for them. They've got the man advantage in their favor. Bomb currently dropped, though Leaf will turn it back into a 3v3 once again. Nade into the corner will do a nasty amount of damage. Gotta be careful with these peaks. I said this is a crucial round in terms of this map. This is the reset for both teams. Everything grounds to a halt. Eerily silent for a round that has already had multiple kills and a sight fall into the hands of the T's. The fact is, though, the CT side know that the bomb is still dropped. Nobody going to retrieve it just yet, and Lucid Dream is somewhat waiting to see if anybody will go for the peek to stop them getting it, but there we go. Bomb picked up, gonna go for the safe plant instead. Now the CTs are actually forced to make their move. Just Cause tanked within inches of his life, but it's going to be Wanna to find the pick instead. Mini has been excellent so far. Finds one. A second as well for Mini. It's Wanna to try and face this off. He's got to do it versus two. Again, they're going to start this defusal process. It's Zyne to try and defend the bomb, and he does just that. 13 to 12. The T's now left in financial hell. Wouldn't like to be the one making the call here. Now, $1,900 will make a big difference to their buy into the next round. So they are just going to have to take the hit. The fact is, though, this is one of those positions where teams would never really want to take the hit. $13 to 12. A crucial spot. A bit of a dink comes in, so will still win himself the opening duel. I've seen it. Sort of the two sides of Zyne. Every other game performing very well. First, brilliant. Second, not on the map, and then the third again really performing for his side, but it has been Mini leading the way, that's for sure. Got a bit of a bait and switch. The MP9 going to make a huge amount of cash for Glow. Exactly what he needs, and also a bit of a confidence booster. He was down the bottom of the board, still is, but not quite so far behind. This is it now. Lucid Dream with what could be their last proper buy. Now, a bomb plant here would be enough to at least get them something into the next round. Up their loss bonus to 3,200 instead. 2,400 they get without it. At the same time, still a lot left to do, even if they manage a bomb plant. And they're going to really want to be taking this round instead. That's the hope, at least. Leaf going to be trying to make a bit of an audacious play, but instead he's met with the AWP of Mini. Not going to work out for him, and it seems the story of this map so far. Mini looking to try and hold onto that cross. I'm going to be boosting him out into the window now, so it's ready and waiting for it, but it doesn't matter. Wanna finds another kill. He's up the top of the board as well, 22 and 16. Back into a 4v4 it goes. Minute left on the clock as we do see short control begin to be taken. Glow somewhat watching for it, but doesn't have a whole lot of support here. And the T's are going to split their offense in towards the apps. Here we go. The execution will begin. Glow waiting in the corner. Spray is wild. He does a lot of damage, but doesn't get a single frag, and neither will Zeph. As it looks like the T's have risen at the right time. They are going to be sat with the remaining two players over on the CT side, just looking to try and hold on to what they've got. Money should be enough for them to buy into the next round if they can save. A weapon drop by Mini, 2 ball up. That will be enough. play. Game really is going to be going the distance. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 430 rounder. The fact is, though, the T's, well, with these two weapons being saved, they are nowhere near out of the woods. 4 players surviving will definitely help them.
Terrorists win.
Who's doing you? Oh, Zeph, 196. Boom, utility king. 20 flashed enemies. That's not bad. I like all these extra stats. They're cool. Here we go, though. A full buy-in onto either side. Crucial round from the CTs, otherwise they could be letting this slip right at the depths. And the T's looking like they're just going to go back for something a little bit more standard, setting up outside the A site. Execution in on towards the site. Zendi looking to try and lead the way. A little bit of a boost being thrown over the top. It is already going to be So managing to find one. Gives them the man advantage at least going into this retake. Actually, well, So's going to find a second as well. A big couple of kills for his team. The remaining players are all left on towards the side itself. It's just going to come down to those battles for the T side. They don't have much utility to play with, just a couple of flashbangs. CT's in the meantime just waiting for the smokes to fade, but it is buying quite a lot of time. Bomb is going to start to tick away. So to continue his reign of terror, but actually goes down. Or his teammates goes down. He's still looking to push back in, manages to find one, and well, So and Zeph, they've done enough. He doesn't have a kit though. Okay. Neither of them have a kit. Oh my god, they've just lost it based off that alone. There was kits to be found. They were too busy already picking up the weapons. That is a huge mistake. That is an absolutely massive mistake. There was a kit on the floor there. There was a kit on the floor waiting for them. 14-14. MVP are going to be absolutely kicking themselves if they lose this map now. As the T's are now further into the driver's seat. Okay, they keep a couple of weapons, but it's not going to be ideal. Already early traders. Mini4 will find one with the AWP. Zeph going to go for a bit of a hero play here. Some aggression in towards middle. Going to avoid the flashbang. Manages the first, but can't quite find the second. However, the support from So will be enough. Keep the man advantage going strong. Monofly looking to peek in through that underpass. Fact is, though, the defense of the CT side is split. And the weaponry that they have is not ideal. Zion with an MP9. Ooh, that rhymes. Blow with one as well. He's just trying to play patiently, hoping that somebody will go for a little bit of aggression instead. Boost into the window, and that could actually be perfect. Zion's position is not really the best. Jungle is taken, especially if he keeps going for these sort of spots. That's going to be a problem, and there you go. Wanna is going to take him down. It is going to leave this into a 2 versus 2, and the retake likely to have to come in. Bomb yet to be planted, and they're actually going to go for the connector plant, but they do have the smoke to defend it. Rotation will be in from So. He has been good over the last few rounds. Glow manages to win the fight, but it's left all onto Leaf. He has been quiet so far. Can he do enough? He misses the initial shots. AK going to be retrieved, but he'll find it anyway. 15-14, Lucid Dream. 1 round away from knocking out MVP from the StarSeries qualifier. Of course, a chance for 2 Asian teams, and when that's happened before, MVP were one of the teams to actually make it through. Face off. I think they actually almost beat Virtus Pro last time they were there, but the fact is, it'll make absolutely no difference unless they can win this round. The past is in the past, and oh, Mini Hasn't given up just yet. He's going to find that opening kill. Side still with the weaponry advantage, although Mini has retrieved an AK-47. Overtime definitely not out of the question here. Lucid Dream will be kicking themselves, but there you go. They're going to trade that kill. Bring it back to a 4v4. Remove that AK from play. Still with some presence in the middle, but they're actually going to go falling back here. Hoping that one kill might bait a bit of a rotation away from the A site. 40 seconds left on the clock, and they've got to make their move. And while Glow is not in a bad spot at all to work this MP9, but the fact is, seems like they are going to go rotating. Here we go, though. Glow, well positioned, but he's going to be left completely blind. His teammate is going to do the damage, but they haven't checked. This could be perfect. Nobody's checking the angle. He's found a first, a second as well from Glow. Surely this means overtime's on the cards, and it will be. 15-15, MVP managed to steal it back right at the end, and while regulation is not enough to decide which of these teams deserves to go through. Money, no longer an issue. We'll have ourselves the buyback in. Of course, the winner of this goes through. The loser is eliminated. That's how a decider works. Plenty of utility to play with. Economy no longer an issue. Unless, of course, you lose a couple of rounds in a row. He's looking to try and face in towards that middle spot once again. Double orb setup has been brought in. The second onto Glow. Zeph's in a decent position to try and find that opener, but won't get anything just yet. Already, though, so will find it instead. We can trade back. The Incendiary going to do a decent amount of damage, and Glow now with that secondary AWP is going to be able to get a fadeaway shot. And with only 30 seconds left on the clock, the T's have to get their move on. That Incendiary has sort of caught them off a little bit here. They are going to continue this push in towards the site, and Glow has work still to do. They are going to be pushing in. He finds himself one. Quick trades back. We'll leave it into a 2v2 once again, because the bomb's just going to be planted safe. The only thing they really have to worry about is Zeph. He may be low, but he is coming in on a long flank. However, they've actually taken quite an aggressive stance here. Mini pushing in through short. Now, interestingly, the bomb is not planted for them at all. This bomb plant for where they currently are is pretty damn horrific. Like, maybe they can catch players crossing, but actually stopping them once they're defusing is going to be very difficult indeed. And while Butterfly is not in the ideal situation at all, and you can see Zeph's just going to go straight for that defusal. Absolutely nothing he can do it. Absolutely nothing. I said it at the time, and I'll say it again. That plant was not for where they were playing. And it is going to be 16-15. MVP with the sneaky defusal. Obviously, the bomb plant going to help them out with any extra money that they desire for the next round. once again, Lucid Dream looking to play this one nice and slow. Currently, most of their players currently sitting towards the spawn. I imagine that means they're going to go for a little bit of an A execution, but once again, CT side, they're going to find that opener. That in the corner will be Zine, and he is alone, and well, they should realize it pretty soon. This is going to be a hit towards that A site as the long rotation comes in. They found out all the information that they desire. The fact is, though, Zine is still going to have to do some work. He's got support from Zeph as the rotation comes in. Look at this flank. Now So has a good chance to just end it all here and now as he does peek in from behind. First goes his way, but he doesn't quite get the second. And Niffy's still doing work here. A couple of low players. The problem is, he's got 3 to find, and well, eventually Mini's going to peek in from the backlines and finish him off. 17 to 15. Money. Not in the best situation for the T side, but Wanna Fly still has enough that he can drop whatever they want. Time. See some aggression coming in over towards that ramp spot. Zine is just waiting by the smoke itself. You do leave a lot up to this man a lot of the time over towards this A site. Well, hasn't been doing a bad job. It's interesting how the scoreline has pretty much equalized for MVP. No player really running away with it and no player really slacking behind. Leaf is definitely the quiet one when you look over towards that Lucid side of things. By the looks of things, they're about to go barreling in towards this B site. You've got Glow ready with the AWP. Should be able to find them an opener here. And that's exactly what he does. First kill goes his way fairly simplistically. Has support from Zeph as well from short, although the site is going to go into the hands of the T's, at least for now. And boost up Zine. Give him a position on towards that short position, and already finds himself the kill. Leaves it into a 5v3 as the CT side have a huge advantage here. The T's needing someone to go big. Away. Another couple of kills come in and it is dead to rights. Zendy is absolutely screwed here. It is going to be all 3 rounds of the first half of overtime going the way of MVP. And well, the fact is they need 1 T round. That is it. Just 1. And that'll be enough to take them over the line. Oh, Lucid Dream. So very close to taking this over the line. In fact, in regulation, they should have done. It was a last round effort from some MP9s that was able to finish things off and bring us to overtime. And Lucid Dream are going to be the ones now kicking themselves if they do throw this away. And bringing in a double AWP setup of their own. This will be one hell of a time for Leaf to rise to the occasion. As said in the past, when it comes to overtime, everything is forgotten. You can drop 30 frags in regulation. The fact is, if you don't drop a single one in OT, then it makes absolutely no difference. Maybe you feel a bit hard done by, but that's about it. Only one man with 30 frags at the moment, and that is Wanna Fly. Mini still hot on his heels and hasn't been dying so much, which is always a good thing. Well, unless of course you're just saving every round, in which case maybe not. Either way though, the CT side, they've gone for a little bit of a cheese strategy, a gamble. They've thrown everything over towards this A site early on because, well, they need to try and win themselves around, and by the looks of things, the T's are actually making their way in that direction. I said it in regulation, it seemed that MVP were much happier to head in towards this A site. You can understand why the stack has come in. The fact is though, the chances of them clearing all of these angles are so damn slim. Push already beginning through the Molotov. Just falls through the smoke he goes, finds himself one and almost gets a second. Quick trade back and Glow's found a double. Giving them a chance here. And it's just trades galore at the moment. Left all onto one. City won't be able to do anything. 18-16, the gamble pays off for Lucid Dream. Still, MVP sit on map point. And the double AWP setup will return again for the CT side. Of course, they don't have to worry about any sort of reset. Not only if they won a round, but the fact is if they lose one, they are out of this. But this is much faster. T-side going to go running straight in towards the site, finding themselves a couple of entries and leaving this straight in onto a retake. Zeph to do the work, and we'll see if there's anything left in the CT's tank. Now Zeph has been tagged pretty damn low after his initial engagements. We'll do a little bit more. Now that's the thing, this was such a fast play that the CTs didn't really expend any of their utility. So in terms of a retake, they've got everything that they could possibly desire. Already though, Glow is going to pick off one more, leave it onto just Niffy. Well, yeah, just Niffy. He is all alone. Versus 4, I think MVP may have just closed this out, and they have. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. We have our two teams going through into that next stage. And unfortunately, that means we do lose Lucid Dream. Either way, make sure you come back tomorrow. I've been Tom Biz, and I hope I see you again soon.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.